All right, Shalom Israel. I had to come back with one more. Just to finish this off, because these eclectics, start calling them that. These eclectics, these Neoplatonists, are nothing but a bunch of clowns, man. They're nothing but a bunch of clowns, man. Look at this. You know what another thing these cats are? See, we got. Here we go. You guys are also Augustinians. Augustinianism, which may best be defined as Christian Platonism. So you guys are just Christian Platonists. Plato Christians. So I'm going to start calling you guys Plato Christians. Oppressing the Pelagian doctrine that man is the author of his own salvation. Augustinianism elevated the church and its dogmas to a position of absolute infallibility. That's you, GMS. That's you, ICPK. 100% truth. Your church's dogma is in a power of absolute infallibility. You guys still run around saying Moab and Ammon are the Chinese and Japanese, when that's nonsense, man. Japanese are Hebrews. They never left the Ammon and Ammon are the sons of Lot. They never left the land. They never left the land. They're still there. They're the Jordanians, the Palestinians. They're all up in our land. They possess our houses. You must not know the prophets because it says that they possess our houses. That's all it is, man. Gnosticism comes from the Greeks, Egyptians, and Persians. Oh, you guys are also Manichees. Manichism. A dualistic system of Persian origin. You guys are Persians, man. Which taught that good and evil were forever contending for universal supremacy. You guys are, oh yeah, Satan versus Christ. Satan versus Christ. Nah, man. Satan's the rebellious angel, but he's always underneath the control of the Most High. He told him what to do when it came to Job. He said, you don't touch him. He didn't touch him. He said, you don't take his life. He didn't take his life. He listens to him. He does what he's supposed to do, man. That's what he's there for. Most High created the evil. Says, look, and this is your proof that Christ, your Christ idol, is not the same as Yahweh Shah, the Levite priest spoken of in the Dead Sea Scrolls. And just to prove to you, clowns, that we ain't messing around over here. We got the Dead Sea Scrolls Study Edition. I also have Volume 1 from Florentino Garcia Martinez and Ibert J.C. Tiglahiar. Look at this. Boom. Got the Hebrew text side by side. Just like everything else. We run legit over here. Alright? And this speaks about the real Yahweh Shai, the teacher of righteousness. Alright? Not your Christ. And I'm going to show you that there's a difference. Just like Brother Judah Naz brought out. Judah Naz brought out that in the Masonic book that he has, that they say the old God is not the same as their new God. That our God is not the same as their God. And it's not. And their God is Christ. Their God is Lucifer. And what does it say? Look at it. This is another proof. Look. Christ is conceived to be the principle of redeeming good in contradistinction to the man Jesus, who was viewed as an evil personality. So you see, when all these Masons are talking nonsense about Jesus, that they want to poke his eyes out and he hope he burns in hell and all this nonsense, they're talking about the man Yahweh Shai, the high priest, or not the high priest, I'm sorry, but the priest, the Levitical priest, Yahweh Shai, who kept the charge. He was the teacher of righteousness is Morah Zadok. Zadok are the sons of that kept the charge. In Ezekiel 45. See, look. Or 44, I'm sorry. 44 and 15. 44 and 15. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. It's hard to see on the little JP. I was trying to get it in the Hebrew in a better translation. But unfortunately, it's not gonna let me. This camera, I'm sorry, like I said, I'm filming with a little tablet because I can't afford a camera at the moment. This seems to work pretty decently for now. I have a lot of stuff to say and I needed to get it out, so I'm getting it out. Hopefully, Most High bless me and I find something better. But for now, this is what we're rocking, so just bear with me. Right here. But the Levites, the sons of Zadok, which is righteousness, that kept the charge of my sanctuary when the children of Israel went astray from me, they shall come near to me to minister unto me, and they shall stand before me to offer unto me the fat and the blood. So there's offerings, fat and the blood in Ezekiel when they say Christ is the last sacrifice, which I'm going to get on that later. But look, the Levites, the sons of Zadok, that's who Christ was. That's who the real Jesus was. This is who this was. See, look, Christ to them is Osiris, is Karas, and he is conceived as the principal redeeming good. He's the Redeemer. He's the principal good. Christ. In contradistinction. You know what contradistinction means? Contra comes from contrast. To contrast, compare and contrast. And distinction. Distinct means separate. Means not the same. So in contradistinction, so they're not the same. In contrast, in distinction to the man, you guys need to learn English and then go learn Hebrew. In contradistinction to the man, Jesus or Yahushua, who was viewed as the evil personality. So they reviewed the man. The man. Finger coming in. Oh, the man, Jesus. There's your Christ, principal redemption of good. And there's the man, Jesus, the evil personality. Totally different people. You guys are also Baconian. Baconian, or inductive system of reasoning, whereby facts are arrived by a process of observation. The process of observation comes from science. And verified by experimentation. That's the scientific theory. Cleared the way for the schools of modern science. So see, this is Bacon. Bacon was followed by Thomas Hobbes, for some time as his secretary, who held mathematics to be the only exact science. So they're all about mathematics and science, which is witchcraft. They just do all this nonsense just to get into knowledge because they don't have real knowledge. And Bacon, like I said before in my past videos, Bacon is nothing but he was the one who proofread the KJV Bible. See, Bacon, Shakespeare, and the Rosicrucians. He was a Rosicrucian. His number was 33. He was represented by the boar. And just a bunch of nonsense, man. I'm going to get on Bacon later. But you guys are Baconian, man. You guys are straight Baconian. And then look at right here, too. There's your Trinity. Look, it even says Christian Trinity. From different parts of Europe. It's kind of hard to see, but it says it's the same figures, different parts of Europe. Like the Hindus have Brahma, and the Romans have Janus. This is the same thing. This is your Christ, man. Oh, the New Testament was interjected later and blah blah blah. No, man. No, it wasn't. Nah, your New Testament just came way later. It came way later. It wasn't even hundreds of years after the fact, man. In Greek. Like I said before, why would the Most High inspire a Hebrew to write in Greek? That makes no sense, man. Look, encyclopedias classify knowledge according to the Baconian system. So your encyclopedias are Baconians too. So Shakka's a Baconite too. All you Baconites, all you bacon, you guys love bacon, don't you? Bacon. 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 Yeah, man. Among French schools of philosophy. Yeah, bro. Bacon. You guys just love the French. You love the white man, don't you? You love Esau. Just love him, love him, love him. Everywhere, look. The Hellenes, which are the Edomites, they possessed themselves particularly responsive to the disciplines of philosophy. This science of sciences, philosophy, the science of sciences, should not be considered indigenous to them. They got it from the Hindus, from the Chaldees, from the Egyptians. Ur. Oh, look at that. What's that word right there? Ur of the Chaldees. Oh my God, who was brought up out of Ur of the Chaldees? Huh? Abraham, brought up out of the mystery schools where this all comes. We're the only ones opposed to this, like I said. We're the only ones. All right, I'm going to cut this off, Israel. I'm going to try to get one more in. If not, I'll get on some other subjects later.